I'm Rob Ferguson. I work with Matrix and Matrix Open. I'm the executive director of Matrix Performing Arts and the program designer for Matrix World.
Wow. Having just come off the floor a little bit ago, how do you feel about that last prelims round?
I feel good. There's a lot that's gone on. We haven't been out for a month. We go away and we do like the second half of the show. So there's a lot of that over half of that they've ever performed before. So I feel really good. A lot of video that went in last night that they handled better than they could have, which is cool. So for prelims, first time back out in a month, I feel really good.
Right on. Yeah, yes. It sounds like coming into this weekend, you guys had a lot of big changes that you made.
God. Yeah.
Were there any expectations or goals that you had going into this weekend, and if so, how do they play out?
Yeah, for us, this is one of the times where we want to start delivering a message with the show. When the show is out the first time, it's like half of it, so that an audience can go A to B with us, and we can give them an experience. This is the first time we can honestly give them an experience. We stop it halfway, the experience will never feel right, you know. So this is the first time we're able to give an audience an experience. That's the goal, is that they can go out and connect, and they can function as like truly performers the whole time.
I don't. Speaking of the show, what's the name of the show and what's the story that you're trying to tell?
The name of the show is Life is a Movie. The idea is that everything we see in the movies, we probably imitate, but it's not real. It's like, you know, I would say that our first goodnight kiss when we were young probably imitated the movies, but that was fake. So the story takes us through the idea of like, it's basically they're actors and they're living in the life of, you know, they've chosen to go out and be actors, but they spend their whole life being somebody they're not. And then at some point they start to become noticed, you know, because the audience doesn't want to know who you really are. They want you to be who they want you to be. And then, like most actors, later in their career, they hit a point where they go, you know what? They get to play themselves once, or they get to play something that's near and dear to them, they can relate to, and then they never want to go back. They realize the best stories they can tell are real life stories. And you know, so we've seen it with Tom Hanks, we've seen it with people like that you know, they get later in their career and they have to become so passionate about the role. So that's the idea, that we go from, you know, being actors that you want us to be, and kind of being disengaged with it at the beginning, to we have a reference back to our 2013 show, which was us being us. You know, like maybe the first feature film role for us in the activity, and now at the end you see images of us from the season, which is now we know who we are. We're going to be who we are, and we feel we love being who we are. So that's the message. And if you live your life like that, if you just live, there's a line at the end that's so great. It says you can live your life like a movie, or you can just live your life, and maybe that ends up on the screen.
I like that.
So,
speaking of the props, you guys have some serious props out there this year. Could you explain to us, for anyone who hasn't seen them, explain what they are and kind of how they play a role in the show?
Yeah, the props are it's a big metal box. Friends at Pageantry Innovations helped us build and design it. Like, there's no way we could do that without them. So the idea is we've done moving props that we've integrated in the past, and we've done video, but we went, what if we could move the video and stage the video as part of the experience? So the front of the prop has 4 55-inch video monitors, so we almost like a snowplow in front. And then there's a deck on top, and then up the back is almost like a fire escape set of stairs, so you can climb up the back and go on top. We turn them around at one point to use like color bars that are on the back. But the idea is that we can use them as single panels. There's 4 of these we call video pods. We can use this panel or this panel. We could use the image on all of them. We could put 2 of them together and put an image across them, and then 4 of them together and put an image across them. And the craziest part is there's 4 performers inside those. So there's somebody in each one of those that's moving it, pretty much blind. And then they have a laptop and they're running video simultaneously. So it's all like running off battery. So when you see all 4 of them turn on together, that's the 4 of them hitting an attack together, basically. So it's an idea a crack brain idea we had a while back, and through like some amazing staff members that have done a lot of figuring things out, you know, and the guys at Pageantry being willing to like work through the problem solving of trying to do something like that. So yeah, but we're excited. But we love them.
So this show has a lot of energy, huge entertainment, huge wow factor. Now, Matrix is known for having really entertaining shows.
Thank you.
What do you think sets this show apart, this season apart from previous ones?
it's really who we are. Like I believe the thing I love most about us is how our performers perform, and we've become storytellers, and I love it. And so this story allows our performers. Like a year ago, we were just kind of over the top aggressive, and 2 years ago we were like over the top sad. The roller coaster that our performers can go through, like that 1 minute they're villains, the next minute they're heroes, and then they're back in silent film, and then they're doing something like very, very modern, and then they're playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and the next thing you know, we're in a war scene. It's like every 30 seconds they get to change characters, so they don't have to live a season in one character. I guess if we would ask all 50 of our performers, there's no way they would all agree their favorite scene. Because they all can, the guys who love the aggressive stuff, they have a few things that's that. The one who love the beautiful stuff, they have something that's for them. And hopefully for our audience too, like I hope that the audience has the one that they love, and the person beside them probably loves a different one. So we wanted to be an easy ride for the audience. We want there to be depth. We want the audience to be able to sit back and follow the story and take the ride with us. So, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely, for me, and I think I can speak for all of us, like the favorite thing we've done so far. So we're excited about it.
A little something for everyone.
That's the idea, yeah.
Awesome. So are there any moments in this show that you think are really memorable that will stick out with the audience?
Yeah, it's funny because I would have never guessed it. I would have, when we started design, we wanted to go from like black and white to color. So we went, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and we went to the Wizard of Oz because Dorothy opens the door in the movie. That's the first Technicolor, right? So we wanted it to be a down moment because in terms of musical pacing. So we wanted a front ensemble moment. We wanted something that was a little tender. We wanted to utilize the back of the prop with the stairs and everything because it's unique. And we found out that one of our cymbal players sings. That was like literally, I just saw a video of her on Instagram singing, and I was like, you never told me you sang. And she's not a professionally trained singer, but it was just an idea we had. So we created a moment, and I actually got to write it with one of our alumni, which was really amazing. So it's one of our former river players, and I wrote it together. So it's an adaptation of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and there's a vocalist, and the snares are playing some brushes. It's for me by far my favorite moment of the show. And 4 months ago I would have been I didn't think that would be my favorite moment, and it's turned into, I think, to be a really, really, really wonderful moment on that finals week in that arena specifically.
Yes. Speaking of Dayton, it's about a month away.
Yeah, don't remind me.
You guys have any big changes coming up in the works, or just kind of refining some?
Yeah, we know that there's some places that we want to produce more that we've held off, and we know like this is isolated, doesn't change structure. We don't anticipate any significant structure changes. We'll continue to decorate. There's more video detail. There's a couple of the production details, but beyond that, we feel pretty good about our A to B right now. So. Hopefully no. Hopefully no. And we perform every weekend the rest of the way out. So that's why we set our season up at the very end. We perform.
Yeah.
So,
well, going into finals tomorrow, do you have any final thoughts?
Just always elevated. Another opportunity for an audience. I think that's the opportunity. Like another opportunity in front of an audience. Every time they're in front of an audience, it not only changes what they do, it changes the way they rehearse. Like they always say, like you have to rehearse the way you perform, right? You want to perform, but you got to perform something to know how you want to rehearse. So that's a little bit of that too. Is like I suspect rehearsal tonight will have a new connection because they felt connections with the audience, and they can now anticipate what that's going to feel like more. So that for us is another one. Another day in the same gym. We felt really good about our balance today. But we can tweak some things tonight. That twice in the same gym. The comfort of the flow twice. But yeah, we expect it to just be one step more tomorrow. So we're excited for it.